Alright, today back on some more Deadlock, and well, I just wanted to talk about the matchmaking and the apparent change that has been made. Now, before I get into this is all alleged. I don't even believe really any of this at all, and that's kind of due to the fact that, well, recently we had a quote-unquote leaked character that most people believed was true, and it turned out just to be someone that was basically trolling and created the character just to make people angry, I guess. So that wasn't very fun, but this is apparently the update to Deadlock's matchmaking and kind of the rank system. Basically, it's claiming that the model for the rank system, it's using some interesting ratios. How fast you're moving, your items, and when they're on and off cooldown, time basically not playing the objective, even your build, and obviously if you're hogging your team's net worth. So these are all things that I actually think are pretty important to incorporate to rank. But I do think a lot of these ratios do kind of miss or sometimes just really don't even make sense, right? For instance, build effectiveness. How would the algorithm even understand how effective your build is? The only thing it can really go off of are numbers. I guess it could go off when you're hitting your 4.8 Ks, which then would just make either all spirit or all gun builds technically worse. It could also be going off of maybe they put in a ratio of how many good items there are for a specific hero, and it goes into all this intricate stuff, which I just don't see how that would be useful at that point. This all kind of misses the mark if you play support. The only thing that really affects that, in my opinion, would be the active item cooldowns, which is only really, a small portion of playing support. Obviously, you have your heals, right? But you also have how many CCs you cleansed, maybe how much shield you generated for your teammates, maybe how much CC you gave the enemy team, right? Because maybe you're using your active items extremely efficiently, but one of your teammates is, just running it down lifesteal active items, and they get the same SR. Now, like I said, this is all alleged. There's absolutely zero proof to even say that this is any bit true. I just wanted to go over what people have basically been talking about and also how I feel about it. So with that being said, I haven't really felt that many changes when it comes to matchmaking. What I will say is there have been a lot less one-sided games, and it does feel like I am contributing more than I was before, whereas before it kind of felt like I put in the same amount of effort and lose, or I put in the same amount of effort and win. It didn't really matter. Now, that could just be due to the fact that, of course, I've climbed in rank since then, so maybe the games are getting more competitive, but either way, I'm still technically in higher mid-rank. Something I will say, though, whenever I choose a character that I haven't played before to hop in a game, that feels like shit. No matter what I do, I'm losing at least the first 5 or 6 games that I choose a new character. One, because I'm learning it and I'm not contributing as much as I should be, and two, neither are my teammates. So either we're all new to the character and the enemy team isn't, or, that's how it feels. Obviously, that's not the reality, but that's how it feels. So I have had an issue with that, but that could just be, me personally. I would like to see something done about that when it comes to playing other characters revolving around your rank. I am personally more down for the every character just gets the same ranked, figure it out. I know some people are more into every character has their own rank assigned to it, which is kind of how this game does it, but not exactly. You are a person that's very good at the game, you would have to rank up every single character that you want to play, and that would be kind of tedious. But on the flip side of that, if maybe you're still learning the game, that could absolutely demolish your rank if you ever wanted to play a character that you haven't played before. So it's kind of a double-edged sword with that. Now, with all this being said, I'm more down for just the game having an SR rating system, right? You have 1 to 100 SR. Each game gives you a certain amount of SR based off of some sort of algorithm. For me personally, I think it should just be based off of your kill death assist ratio, how much money you collected within the ratio of time the match went on. I did not know the clock in this game could strike 12. And then you can throw some stuff in, obviously, for support. Anything revolving around that, like healing stats, how much, shield you gave your teammates. And I would like to see some CC involved into that algorithm. Now, what I do agree with is there needs to be something movement related in the algorithm, just due to the fact that movement in this game is that important that if you are a good movement player, you should be rewarded for it. But in the grand scheme of things, I do not think it should be something that is super valued, right? There are a lot of things to think about when creating an algorithm for a game like this when it comes to ranked, and I don't even really want to begin to think of creating that. So far, I do think the game does okay with ranked, but I would like the game to showcase your rank better. Right now, there really is no way of telling when you're going to rank up or which characters actually have the highest rank unless you go to third-party sites that try tracking it. That I would like to be showcased better. Now it's time to talk more about Subnautica. So today, a actual early access gameplay trailer came out with a lot more information, so let's check it out.
I am Noah. My job is your life. Find a convenient way to die.
Welcome back, Pioneer. For the sake of all our sleeping friends, we have to learn how to survive.
Wow.
Good luck.
Is that actual gameplay?
No
That
one
shit
wants
looks
to talk about how
gorgeous.
we got here. All you need to know is, it's a beautiful place to die over and over again.
We've set up a lab here with
I
a
have
few
no
basic
idea what those
biomods that
are.
safe. But if you start to hear voices, or if you get the urge to swim to the tree, don't go.
Ah, so it's a tree.
Forget your
Okay.
debt. Forget Noah, forget Altera, forget the life you imagined. It's all gone now. You're going to die here. And that's all right. Pick the most interesting thing you can see and explore. Wouldn't that set you free? And I know where this mission will end. You'll join us soon enough.
Whoa. Okay. We got some like lore stuff tied into that. Okay, I gotta deep dive this a little bit here. So of course we have our pod landing, which as you can see there's multiple slots because you're gonna be landing in with multiple people.
Welcome back, Pioneer.
Okay, where's the
Our sleeping friends will survive. Good luck.
voice line?
No one wants to talk about how we got here.
This voice here.
All you need to know is, it's a beautiful place to die over and over again.
Over and over again. And then, so this, it looks like a bunch of the creatures in this game, at least a few of them, have this weird, like, texture to them, where it looks like this organic plant. It reminds me of this game, Wakes the Deep. Like, the organic, almost plant-looking anomaly, I guess is what you would call it. It reminds me a lot of that, and from what it seems like, the tree almost kind of is reminiscent of that. If you never played that game or you know nothing about it, there's this like center organic, almost kind of tree-like thing that basically sprouts through an oil rig and like messes with everyone's minds and makes them basically go mad and also assimilates them. This structure reminds me of the ending of The Forest 2. Really, really excited. Been waiting for this for a decade at this point.